What's up, gang? So the other day I went climbing with some of my friends and I took some footage of it. And as I was going through the footages, I noticed that I had made a couple mistakes. Not a very serious mistakes, but a couple mistakes that I like to practice on all the time. And it's something that I should have been more aware of. But those are the mistakes that I made, and I wanted to share that with you guys so that maybe when you guys go out there after watching this footage, you guys are kind of more aware of it and kind of look out for it more so it doesn't happen to you. Nothing bad really happened, and nothing bad would have happened because I back everything that I done. If I would have lost a rope, or if I would have, one bolt would have broke, or one of my chains would have broke or something, like I always had a backup, so I wasn't in no danger. But I wanted to share this with you guys so maybe you could avoid doing the exact same thing when I was out there. Especially my second mistake that I made, which could have been pretty serious and it could have had a long day. But here's the footage. All right, guys. Guys, I'm making this video. I want you guys to know because, I just want to make it aware that we all do make mistakes out there, and I hope that we learn from this. All right, guys. Here's the video. Booyah. All right, here I am, made it to the top of the anchor. My first mistakes comes right away. As soon as I clip in, I screw on, boom, freeze it right there. At this point, I should have that locking carabiner facing downwards with the screw gauge facing downwards, and I'll explain to you exactly what I'm doing wrong right now. Alright, so imagine that this is the boat that I came up to, and this was tied into my self-anchor system, right? You guys saw me come up, open the gate, put it in, and I screw the gate on real quick, and that was that, right? Well, what happens is when you leave it like this, your lock will move down, and because of gravity, and as it goes down, eventually it will unlock itself, right? And then it is more prone to be unlocked, and more dangerous stuff can happen, right? So what I'm talking about is flip the gate and always have the screw gate facing down to screw on, because once you screw it on, the gravity is only going to take the screw downwards, so you will not have a chance to open back up by itself. Now, the reason I'm telling you guys this, an accident happening because of this is very, very slim to none maybe, but it is a possibility. And maybe if you're climbing, it's okay, but how about if you take other people out? It is your responsibility to keep them safe, especially if you're the one who's bringing them out. So you want to cover all bases. Lucky enough for me, I always try to back up my stuff, so I took my quick draw and I locked into the another part of the soft anchor system, so if that failed, I would have a backup. And let's get back to the video. All right, here I am. I'm about to back up my soft anchor system by grabbing a quick draw, putting it to the other boat. Now put into my self anchor system. Now I'm redundant. My second mistake comes up shortly, but I want to exactly tell you what I'm doing right now. Is that I'm cleaning my anchor system. I just got myself secured, so now I'm telling my belayer that she can take me off belay. I gave me a bite of rope, and I put it through this chain that is hooked up to the boat that's going to be up there, because that's what I'm going to be coming off of. So here I go right here. Get a bite of rope, double check everything, make sure everything's secured. Put it to the first chain. Now this is good, just so I don't lose the rope as I'm working on cleaning the anchor. That's why this part is kind of important. Because if I lose the rope, someone's going to have to bring it up right here. Alright, here comes my second mistake right here. Get myself a quick draw to attach it to my harness with that rope. Boom, right here. Freeze. At this point, I should have had that rope right there with an overhand knot. So if anything was to go wrong, I would have lost the rope, and I'm going to explain to you exactly right now. Alright, so this is what I'm talking about. So you saw me get a bite of rope, and I grabbed my quick draw, and I put one in, and I put in the rest into my harness right here. So let's say I'm like this, right, and I don't tie it in. What happens if anything was to happen and if the belayer was to start to pull down the rope or something, they misunderstood? What would happen is the rope would just go through. Eventually it will come out. Now the main reason I'm doing this is because I don't want to lose the rope. So while I'm working on the anchor system, That's why this is important, because you don't want to lose the rope. If you lose the rope's gonna be on the bottom, and someone's gonna have to bring it up. And if you're out with new people, they're not gonna be able to do it. So this is very important. What you should be doing is doing a overhand knot, like so, and then putting this on to your harness, right? That way, if anything does happen, it is pulling on you and it's not going anywhere, right? That's a big mistake I did. I learned from it. I want to share this video with you guys, but let's go back to the video and you can see me how I cleaned the anchor. But that's the mistake I did. What everybody should do is do an overhand knot right there, so you do not lose the rope, right? This is very important, because if you lose the rope, and you might not get down, you might have to call emergency. All right, guys, here's the rest of the video. Booyah! So now we're onto these two boats right here, you see? And then we want our safety, so get off here. Right? So then bring it out. Carry stuff back in here. Figure 8. Like that. Now, Stella, can you take? So now we know we're over here. We're on good. So then we get off our safety. Boom. Now We're roped. She's got it. We're tied in. We're good.
Okay, Stella, I'm good to go.